cross the ocean, bridge the Atlantic. Bridge the Atlantic, cross the ocean, bridge the Atlantic. Bridge the Atlantic, cross the ocean, bridge the Atlantic. Bridge the Atlantic, cross the ocean, bridge the Atlantic. Bridge the Atlantic, cross the ocean, bridge the Atlantic. Bridge the Atlantic, cross the ocean, bridge the Atlantic. Bridge the Atlantic, cross the ocean, bridge the Atlantic. Bridge the Atlantic, bridge the ocean. I got Ross and I got MARCIO. One's in Toronto, the other's in Scotland. And we are talking, Skype is rocking, Jason Paige is rocking the tri-coastal bridge, the Atlantic. Oh, cross the ocean, all the way from Scotland, Toronto, bridge the Atlantic. There it is. There it is.
Welcome to Bridge the Atlantic.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, so this is the first time we've ever had anything as I'm kind of speechless. I don't really know how to describe it, but I loved it and it was great. So yeah, this is a different intro from normal. Welcome to Bridge the Atlantic, where we get to know the people behind the creative industries. We are your hosts, music web designer Ross Barber Smith, owner of Electric Kiwi, where we create awesome custom websites for bands, artists, and musicians.
Yeah, and I'm singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist Marcio Novelli, who has my youngest son in the room today. So not only is it an exciting new intro and a very cool guest, but you might hear him and his toys in the background today, which will keep this even more interesting. We're excited to tell you that we have new shirts, though. I'm sure that if you've been listening, you probably already know. They are Bridge the Atlantic shirts in 7 different colors. There's a link in our show notes to actually get them, and I believe the special super awesome code is BTA Rocks to receive 10% off your purchase. That's our little way of saying gracias.
Gracias.
And this man, the man who performed that intro, is singer, writer, and actor Jason Paige. You might not know his name, but you've almost definitely heard his voice. He is the voice behind the Pokemon theme, and he's also recorded hundreds of jingles for brands, including Mountain Dew and Subway. He performed with Blood, Sweat and Tears, Aerosmith and Michael Jackson, among many others, and he's collaborated on #1 hits and co-written 2 musicals.
In the world of theater, Jason starred in Rent at the Hollywood Bowl, directed by Neil Patrick Harris, Godspell, and the 25th anniversary national tour of Hair. He's done way too much to mention in this intro. We could go on and on. We're excited to learn from his vast experience, hear about his one-man show, the Jason Paige Show, and when it comes to Pokemon, which is all the rage again right now, and if he's managed to catch them all. So, welcome to the show, Jason. You can now talk.
Thank you very much, guys, for finally letting me talk. Speak. Welcome. And you guys, these guys are incredible. I don't have the long list of their resume, but I do know it's a long way. And they haven't actually met in person yet. So this is a new phenomenon of social media that allows us that you guys are spearheading right here, allowing everybody to get all of these great things. So thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you. My job's done here.
That's right.
That's it. Thanks. That might be the coolest intro. Well, I mean, not even just the coolest intro. That was just so cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going on about it now. That might have been that was your third. You did two before too that we didn't include as part of the interview, but that was so fucking cool. Straight up.
Yeah, I mean, music is meant to be spontaneous. Music is meant to be right off the cuff. Music is meant to be right off the cuff. Music is meant to be right off the cuff. Music is meant to be right off the cuff. Music is meant to be right off. That's all. As long as you record anything, it becomes musical immediately, as you know that as a songwriter. It's about the repetition. All of the things that we're saying are already music. As long as we repeat them, then you find the melody in it. So interesting how we go through all these stages of learning how to do music when it's just embedded in everything we say.
You're an interesting character, and I like you already. Let's just put it that way. I really like you already. I want to get to know you a bit more, though, Jason. Tell us 3 things about yourself that everyone should know.
There are overtones in my voice and your voice that are unique and totally individual that allow you to recognize exactly who I am just from hearing my voice. And no matter how much I change my voice in many characters and that I do, the unique vibration of my voice, I believe, is what has contributed in large part to the Pokemon craze because of the unique character of each individual's voice. We move through the universe that way. Your guys' unique voices is what is helping to spread your messages as well. A second thing about me, I was just like you guys, probably held down as a tiny infant, and 25% of my genitals were removed. I can assume that you guys had the same thing happen to you. And the third thing is that I am into the collective consciousness and community building, creative community building, because it's only through these kinds of efforts, whether the community is here in the room with me or they're all around in a 70-person Skype session, that we can bring our superpowers together and really enhance them to really affect change in the world. As individuals, we're amazing, but as a creative communities, of which I am part of building many in Los Angeles, inadvertently, not with a conscious attempt to, but it just sort of happened, and it grows here. Creative communities grow in LA because you have more headspace, more room, and more opportunities to produce art. So these people come together, they volunteer their time and energy and create the best art that I've ever been involved in, and it continues to expand because of that. So those are 3 things that you need to know about me, Jason Paige.
I love it.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to start. I mean, we're not going to focus on this completely, but I think we can't not talk about the Pokemon theme.
We have to.
I'd be really interested to hear like how you landed that gig, what you thought of it at the time, and the impact that it's had on your career as a whole.
Okay. How I landed that gig. One of about 150 sessions that happens a year where I go into a room with guys that look kind of like you, and they say, it's this Japanese TV show. Here's some artwork, and I don't know, we need kind of a rocking anthem type thing. I guess you'd kind of be like this dude, but, you know, maybe not so young, and here's how the song goes. Whatever, they play the song, and they sing the melody. The guy can't sing, and it goes like this: I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. And I hear the scratch track, and I'm like, all right, I kind of get it. I wanna be the very best, or the very best. How do you want it? You know, we have our conversations. I finish the demo, and I collect my demo fee, hopefully. In some cases, not so easily. And I go off to do the next project or the next thing that I'm involved in or the next creative collaboration community building experience. And I don't look back until they call me and they go, hey, that Pokemon thing that we did last week, they want a revision. We want to go, gotta catch 'em all. To gotta catch 'em all. They like that one a little bit better. We played them the gotta catch 'em all. oh, and they were like, that's too much. And the gotta catch 'em all was too much riffing. So we just want to gotta catch 'em all. And we want to add some delay at the end of it to make it a little bit cooler. So, and then it goes, and then you get the extended album version and all the other things that happen. It comes on TV and it rolls. It rolls like a river, roll like a river on its own without any assistance from me except for the hour that I spent singing it the first time.
Well, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. What was this part 2 of this question?
Part 2 really just like how like the impact that it's had on your career as a whole, if it's had much of an impact. I mean,
yeah, not much of an impact. No. Actually, the impact on my career is really minimal compared to the impact it has had on human beings and people. And I'm not. I'm here for the impact. I was there initially for the impact on my pocketbook and the impact on the room and the people that I was performing it for and with, and the client and what their needs were. Serving, then you guys are the client. Now I'm serving your needs. And this impact is it's relative to the impact in the world that it'll have. I'm about the impact that we're having right now. And your motives are your motives. Their motives were to sell the fuck out of this thing, and their motives were accomplished. So the impact it's had on my career is just starting to be unveiled by this new Pokemon Go phenomenon. As up until this time, I have never really stepped in front of the project as the voice, the face behind the voice. One of 100. I mean, I could do this with a number of things. I could go out there and be the Lego Mania. But I'm not going to be that guy until Legoland reissues that song and it blows up and they got a Lego Mania game and now everybody's singing the damn Lego Mania song again and they want to know about me. I've moved through my life, doing many other things, and I don't want to be associated exactly as that guy when I'm a million things. The Jason Paige Show is all of the things that happen in my life, and there's a danger of me becoming the Pokemon guy if I was that guy for the past 18 years.
Absolutely.
That may have been all I would ever be because of the giantness of it.
Well, this kind of actually leads into what I want to talk about. So we want to start off with that because that's kind of what you're known for. But you wear many hats, like me. Like I literally wear many hats, and figuratively.
Yeah.
You're a performer. You're a writer. You're an actor. How do you juggle the various parts of your career? And do you feel like there's some crossover in the different things that you do?
Oh yeah, they're all the same. They're all just being in the room and being aware and alive and in tune with what needs to happen in each creative experience, and sometimes less creativity, where I'm just parroting things that need to happen, and I'm a craftsman, not a creator. And yeah, all of the things happen because I continue to not specialize. Specialization is the killer of creativity.
Hallelujah.
As it forces you into this tiny little slice that you decide to specialize in. And that goes for even broad fields like music. All right, I'm specializing in music, and now I'm going to college and I'm studying music. But you leave out psychology, and you leave out art, and you leave out theater, and all these other things that can make music so much more valuable if you had incorporated them. So, and then you get into the specialization of music where I'm just playing flute, and then I'm not just playing flute. I'm just playing classical flute, and then I'm not just playing classical flute. I'm playing,
No, I got you, man. I'm exactly on the same wavelength as you. I mean, I don't think that you should ever limit yourself. I always say this on the show. Art is art. And if you're an artist, you are an artist. You don't have to just, I mean, if you enjoy doing one particular thing, of course, but I would never, I mean, I'm a father of 2 little boys, right? And they're already artists. I don't know if you heard this thing. Kids are artists, man. And whatever they want to create, they're constantly creating. I would never tell them, well, you better pick that one. You better just focus on that one guitar there and just work on that. No, why would you do that in adulthood? Why would you ever do that?
Right. You wouldn't do it to a child. You shouldn't do it to a child for 12 years in school. And that's exactly what school does. It slices them into these tiny specialized categories. 7 out of the 8 are completely not interesting to most human beings unless you really like to study numbers. But that's something that you can sort of gain the full spectrum of information that you need in the world by the first grade. I mean, you got it on your iPhone. Everything that we need to have in school is already available on our phones, and so yeah, you want to encourage the broad understanding of all of the things in the world for the human being, and that's kind of what I was given as a child. And,
that's beautiful.
And how I was raised.
That's beautiful.
So,
that's what I hope to give to my kids.
Yeah, and it continues into adulthood I am able to expand into where my imagination wants to go and learn things that I'm passionate about, and therefore learn them at a way higher rate than if I was forced into it. And this is one of the reasons why I think Pokemon is so important, because I know Ross was saying he hasn't played the game yet, but have you played the game? Do you understand the?
No, I haven't actually. Believe it or not.
The psychology behind the game is that you are basically figuring out how to evolve your Pokemon in its own unique individual way, with a myriad of ways to evolve it individually. If I have a Pikachu and you have a Pikachu, they're different. Your Pikachu has different points and different things that it will respond to uniquely to evolve into its next state and to be better. And that's what we need to do with each other and with ourselves, to find the things that are going to help us evolve to our highest level. So that's embedded in the very nature of this game, whether it be on the phone or just in the cards. How do I make my thing better and my people better so that they will go out into the world and be the strongest, best Pokemon or friends or family that can be, and affect the most change in the most powerful, positive way? That's just straight up what it's all about.
Well, you bring an energy, man. You bring an energy. So
well, thank you.
You definitely don't just talk it. You walk talk, man.
Walk the walk, talk the talk, walk the walk, talk the talk, walk. All right, that was going to be a good one. Right.
Okay.
So you've had the opportunity to work with some of the biggest names in music. I mean, Aerosmith and Michael Jackson spring to mind. What has working with people like them, like those kind of icons, taught you? And how have you applied it to your work now?
They are real human beings that are looked at with incredible magnifying glass, that everybody sees them. They don't just see a human being standing there. They see this completely amplified being that has, sonically in this case, vibrated through their body so many times that it's hard to avoid the response. When you hear Michael Jackson sing, you've heard him thousands and thousands of times, and you've danced joyously to him, and you've sung along, and now the guy's in the room vibrating through you in this real way, and it's really incredible. So you have to sort of get over that first hump of, oh my God, I'm in the room with Michael Jackson, and his voice is just moving through my molecules. And then you realize he's a normal human being, and that normal interaction with him is what he most needs, because the whole world is responding to him with this giant magnifying glass. So I kind of reverse that sort of thing when I work with people that are Pokemon fans, and I can see myself through that lens in the way that they've grown up with the TV show, and they've heard the song thousands of times, and they've played the game, and they've sung it, and it's sort of, I'm able to flip that on myself and understand how people see me, and then tailor my interactions with them in a way that takes that into consideration.
That's very insightful. No, I can't imagine being in the room with Michael Jackson, but like you said, I mean, he's a human being, and I think that the greatest gift you can give someone like that is just treat them like a normal person. And just work with them. I mean, you're not going to get any work done if you're just praising them the whole time, and just telling them how much you love them.
And of course, in some of these cases, it's social. In some of these cases, it's actually we're getting down to work. With Michael Jackson, it was mostly work because there were so many things going on in that concert and so many things that had to be done. But when he came and talked to us and went over the vocal parts, it was very nice. It was just a normal dude just telling us the parts. You sing this and you sing this and let's do that again. And I need a little more of the alto and the tenor can do that. It was just. It was just a normal, and it was a
That's a
normal
pretty
thing.
good impression, by the way. That was really well done.
And that was part of the gig because we had to sound like Michael on the backgrounds because Michael did the backgrounds. So, you rock my world, you know you do, and everything my love again. It was all a Michael thing.
Jason, are you ready for 20 questions?
Oh. 20 questions, am I ready? 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 I'm getting ready for my 20 questions. They about to ask me all these things I can't be guessing. 20 questions, am I ready? 20 questions, am I ready? 20 questions. I'm ready.
I want to use that in every episode now. That's just so good. Let's do this, Jason. Coffee or tea?
Coffee!
Meat or veggies?
Veggies.
Twitter or Facebook?
Facebook.
Pokemon or Digimon?
Pokemon.
Studio or stage?
Stage.
New York or LA?
L. York.
Education or experience?
Experience.
Lennon or McCartney?
Ooh. Michael Jackson.
Family Guy or American Dad?
Family Guy.
Talent or attitude?
Attitude.
Tarantino or Scorsese?
Oh, shit. Scorsese, what the fuck? Of course Scorsese. I'm doing it right over here to this week. I got a rehearsal at 1 o'clock. I got to be over there.
Moulin Rouge or Rocky Horror?
Oh, well, I played Zidler. Oh, I'm not supposed to discuss one or the other. Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror.
Twerk or work?
Twerk.
I knew he'd pick that. You're the kind of guy that would be, I get it.
Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Okay, you already said this, but you didn't know we were going to ask you this. Michael Jackson or Michael Bolton?
Oh, Michael Jackson. Jeez. Tell me, how am I supposed to pick Michael Bolton? Now that Michael Jackson has died, how am I supposed to pick Michael Bolton? Oh. No.
Michael would be proud. We might send him that.
Yeah, there we go.
So, vampires or zombies?
Vampires are sexier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of sexy, who do you think is the sexiest? Celine Dion or Marilyn Manson?
Celine Dion. Come on. Although Marilyn Manson's makeup is better.
I was going to say, he knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Whale or kale?
Whale.
Yeah, don't try to make sense of it, Jason. Bette Midler or the Riddler?
The Riddler.
And the final question is
Your final question
is coming up.
is going to be Ross.
Wait. Oh, you ruined it, Roz. We're gonna we need final question music. Is what we need. We need the final question.
honestly, I swear that I'll answer it truthfully. If you won't let me, I will not make up another song to find a question. It's a little weird. A little bit weird, but there you go. You got
Weird
it.
is good. Weird is good.
Weird is good. Weird
And
is
the
We'll
good.
say avant-garde rather than weird.
Yes.
Avant-garde, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes it sound perfectly
Yeah.
acceptable.
There we go. Exactly. And the final
So
question
your final
is,
question is
Yeah.
Ross or Marcio? That's it. That's it.
Rossio. I say Rossio.
finally.
Come on.
It's been a long time
Someone
since
who
someone
gets-
was nice enough to pick both of us.
To
Yeah.
create a hybrid of us.
A hybrid.
See, this is
I don't know
our
how you
best
feel about
parts.
that.
We just talked about all that specialization, and here we are trying to pick favorites. I mean,
I know.
obviously,
I know,
we
we're
have
awful.
to have
We're
some
awful.
expectations of reality in order to build skyscrapers. Things have to show up at a site, and we have to build these things and know that things are going to happen. But I'll take both of you guys. Come on, that's why we're
That's-
bridging the Atlantic here.
That's
That's what we like to hear.
That's what we like to hear. Exactly.
Yeah.
Jason, very quickly, we'd love to know for anyone listening to this right now or tuning in, anyone tuning into this, how can they get into doing session work like you do, such as jingles and so on?
They can start on their own computer. Start with I don't know, something like Smule. Start sending out some Smules to people. Make up their own commercials. Make up their own scripts. Maybe take some scripts from TV and redo them. Just do your own art. Make it into an artistic project, and then you've got examples. And then when somebody says, "Hey, I got a friend that needs a commercial," you've got it on your phone, and you've emailed it right over to the friend, and that guy's listening to your thing. Preparation meets opportunity, and now we can all prepare with very little difficulty on our own. In our homes, on our GarageBand or whatever digital audio recording interface you have, and you're just moving forward the thing that you love, if it is something that you love, and that thing will then start to attract other people that will be able to take advantage of the thing that you love, and that's just how it works. Do what you love, and the rest will follow. And also,
Ooh, nice.
hurry up and be wrong. Hurry up and be wrong about what you think you're doing. Just like this Skype thing, there's 500 things we got wrong till we finally got it right here.
I can't even speak. We would never get it right. Over 100
Right.
episodes in, my friend, and all we do is get it wrong.
Exactly. That's right.
But we
Hurry
keep
up and be
doing
wrong.
it. But we keep
That's-
doing it.
That's how you learn. You hurry up and get wrong, and then you can be more right through that process. Everybody's like afraid to be wrong.
100%.
The creative process is all about not being afraid to be wrong and being wrong so many times that you're not afraid of it anymore. And actually, when we go to see theater and we go to see music, what we want to see is that person overcoming that and being in the moment, how they navigate through the difficulties. You want to see the sound go out. You want to see the guitar string break. You want to see somebody trip and almost fall. It's all of that sort of responding and changing and adjusting to make something better. That is most exciting.
Before we wrap up, I'd like to ask you one really quick question, and I think it's always a pretty interesting one to hear how people answer. If you could go back in time, what would you do differently in your career?
I go back in time all the time. Our reality is constantly a time travel through our lives. So we can always do things differently now when we go back and understand our history and our past. So absolutely nothing if I could go back in time, as this moment is the perfect result of billions of years of human history that has led to this perfect moment.
Can you tell us quickly about the Jason Paige Show and let everyone know where they can connect with you online?
Jason Paige Show. Connect with me at jasonpage.com. Jason Paige Show. Connect with me at jasonpage.com. Jason Paige Show. Connect with me at jasonpaige.com. Yeah, jasonpaige.com will give you all the insight into what's going on in my career, my life, and my mind. Subscribe to my newsletter. You can also check me out on the YouTube and the Facebook Jason Paige and the Twitter Jason Paige and the Snapchat Jason Paige and the Instagram too. Jason Paige Show. And what's going on in it specifically is I'm trying to catch the world with a throw, Pokemon Go! And as you can see, I've got my little logo up there. JP, I've removed Ash's logo and flipped it onto its side, made it into a JP. I'm about to release the Pokemon Go theme song, which is going to break the internet. Hopefully, you guys will share that. And it's a little bit more of a mature version. And I'm about to do the Scorsese show over here at fortherecordlive.com. We're doing Scorsese. We do a complete remix. I know you said Scorsese and Tarantino. We did both of those shows already. I played, actually, in the first Tarantino show, I played Sam Jackson. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that. Let me allow. Anyway, we do it's called For the Record. It's one of the creative communities that I've been building in Los Angeles for the past 6 years. We take a director's work and we remix it on stage. Our director, Anderson Davis, will take the best scenes and songs from all of the movies of Tarantino or all the movies of Scorsese and weave them together in an incredible remix where we sing some of the songs from the movies and then go into the next scene. Funny how? What's funny about it? No. Let me understand you. Maybe it's me. I'm a little fucked up, maybe, but I'm funny how? And then it goes into the one of the songs from the movies that another character will sing, and then Pesci will come out and he'll do it, or I'll come out and do a Nicholson scene, and then go into well, oh well, which is a Lennon song in that movie, but it underscores the scene from Departed where he says, "Do you know John Lennon?" Lennon said, "I'm an artist. You give me a fucking tube, or I'll get you something out of it." So you see the movies and the songs.
If that's not enough, you can find us online too. You'll find us on Twitter, Facebook, iTunes, and YouTube. If you just search for Bridge the Atlantic, you'll find us. Come say hey. We're pretty, open to chat.
As for me, individually, I'm working on my second solo album, and you can be a part of it at marcionovelli.com/pledge. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify, which are all my name, Marcio Novelli.
And I'm working on websites for various artists at the moment. You can check out my work at electrickiwi.co.uk, and you'll find me on Twitter and Instagram as Electric Kiwi, and on Facebook as Electric Kiwi Design.
This episode was brought to you by Chris Keaton, the Rockstar Advocate, Buck Naked Soap Company, 30 Roses, and Social Surge. All links are in the show notes, so please check them out because they do keep this show alive.
And if you want to sponsor the show, visit patreon.com/bridgetheatlantic.
Bridge the Atlantic, cross the ocean. 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 We bridging the Atlantic, here we have no fear and we keep it all clear. I'm just on the sky with my man Ross and my man Marcio, right? Keep it on real this time. Keep it on round. Jason Paige makes rhymes. But I ain't got to rhyme, that's all. I can just keep it real while I bridge the Atlantic, crossing the ocean. Cross the ocean. Bridge the Atlantic, cross the ocean. Bridge the Atlantic, cross the ocean. It's very easy to cross. All you gotta do is turn the Skype on and you on it. While up to Toronto, all the way over to Scotland Yard. I didn't say Scotland Yard, but it's being hard to rhyme with anything like God. Bridge the Atlantic, bridge the Atlantic, bridge the Atlantic. Usually I charge for loop jams like this.
The best ending to any show ever. Jason, you are awesome. Come back anytime. You made this so much fun.
Thanks for watching Bridge the Atlantic. If you like what you saw, make sure to like, favorite, and most importantly, subscribe so that you don't miss each week's episode.
Please feel free to leave us a comment letting us know what you think of the show.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and subscribe to us on iTunes so that you can listen to us on the go. Thanks again for being awesome, and we'll see you on next week's episode.